Now we will learn HTML forms. A form is an area that contains the form element. Form element are the element that allow the user to enter information like text field, text area, drop down menus, radio button, checkbox and other. In a form, HTML form provide a full large range of GUI control. Additionally, HTML form can automatically submit the data collected in its control to a web server. When creating an interactive website for the internet, it is necessary to capture the user input and process this input. Based on the result of this processing, appropriate information from a website can be dispatched to be viewed. Here we use the form tag. Each form object in the HTML page will be described between the form and /form tag. Should there be multiple form, and the form/form tags are encountered and that time browser create a form array in memory. This track the number of form objects described in HTML page. Form tag has contained list of attributes. The attributes see on the screen: action, method, name, target, encrypt. Here we use two type of method, get and post. Now we use the form tag in our browser. In HTML, first of all we set the head, title and body tag. And in body tag, we use a form tag. We set the attribute name, attribute action, like method, we set the action second.html page, set the method it's get, you also set the method post. Next we learn label, and the label tag is an HTML form tag that allow the web developer to tell the browser of a user agent and the text appear on a page and is actually label for elements. The label tag say this text is not just text, it is describe this text area and should be associated with it. The label tag also provide a larger clickable area for items like the radio button, and as you can click on text that the label tag enclose as well as radio button itself. The label tag are used and start with the label and end with the /label tag. And in between tag we type some text. Just see on HTML page we set the label. For start we use the label tag, we type some text. In the end of line we end the label with /label tag. Now open the web browser. Next, input tag. The input tag defines the start of the input field where the user can enter the data. You can see the list of attributes of an input tag on a screen. Here we set the type is equal to text. The text field are used when you want to user to type letter, number and other in a form. Just see in HTML page, type the first name. Now we set the input tag with a type attribute, and here we set the type attribute value is text. That means user enters some data. The control name set with the name attribute. Here we use the BR keyword to break the line. Then we set under input control and its type attribute value is text and its name is last name. Save the file, open the web browser. So here in web browser you can see two text box. First name and last name. Next, we learn type value radio button. Radio button are used when you want to user to select one of limited number of choice. Just see in HTML page, we set the input control with a type attribute. And here we set the type attribute value is radio. Just see on form. And it has contained under attribute checked and its value is checked. We set the name with name attribute. We also set the value with value attribute. Now we set other options. Type is equal to radio. We use the checked attribute. Its value is checked. Set the name with name attribute. And set the value with value attribute. Save the file, open the browser. Here we add female word. Save the file, open the browser, press F5. Now you can see two options, male and female. In female options, we remove the checked attribute because by defaultly one checked attributes are selected. Next, we use checkbox. Checkbox are used when you want the user to select one or more options of a limited number of choice. For that, we set the type at checkbox. Here in HTML file, we add some options. We have one option. I have a bike, and then we set the checkbox. So here in input tag, we set type attribute value is equal to checked. Set the name with name attribute. Set the value